YouTube takes a while, always uploads my videos late. Hello, thank you for hearing me out. I'm gonna repeat the intro over and over, please pardon. Okay, so this message is for the lottery ticket chance that the awesome, the best action star in the whole world, Sylvester Stallone, actually sees this video. Because if I'm not mistaken, his official YouTube channel has recognized a couple of my comments, and I apologize for a long intro. I have another phone here. I have to see when I go live. So hello, thank you for hearing me out. I am proposing a script, and not saying I have to be the actor here. I just want to contribute, and if the movie is a hit success, I'm not asking for a percentage. I'm asking for a truck, like a big work truck. If Sly, if you see this video, if you make this movie, all I care about, if you make $1 million off of it, just remember my poor bastard self, and please buy me a good work truck, like a big old Chevy. I guess I'm live. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't stand. I gotta get a notification. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm supposed to get a notification that I'm live. Oh my god. Nothing works. So anyways, I hope this video goes out. The script I'm proposing is basically like an inverse of a Rambo, and it serves to show how bad politics can ruin society, and that the future generations may inadvertently contribute to a dystopia. And anyways, long story short, the film's ideology appraises the Second Amendment. Okay, so I don't know why it's not showing me going live. So thank you for bearing with the long intro. Okay, so I guess I'm finally live. Dear Lord. So the script is about a military veteran. You can make him as badass as you want. Green Beret like Rambo, Navy SEAL, or just Army Reserve. The ticker is, however the chips may fall, this person ended up like a lowly security guard who has an extreme vested interest in tactical and CQB and training, firearms and warfare, right? Like, he's way above his pay grade, and he's like way above his pay grade, underappreciated, living broke, barely making ends meet, single, all that, right? Excuse me. And how you doing, Lou? I think that's your name. I'm here proposing a script to the almighty Sylvester Stallone, because I believe his channel actually recognized 2 of my comments. And if the movie takes off, Los Figueroa, that's a cool name. I'm just proposing, if this script takes off, somebody, and you steal this idea from me and you make $1 million, just please buy me a big Chevy work truck. I don't want a percentage. I don't necessarily have to be the actor, even though I could do the steroids and get in the kind of shape and sell and act. I guarantee I've done pro wrestling, whatever, who cares, right? So the script would be this lowly security guard. Okay, the script is basically appraising the Second Amendment and showing how bad politics could make society go to shit. Okay, so it's in the near future, and the America is ran by a very liberal president. Think like Kamala Harris or whatever. Okay, and This security guard notices there's an active shooting at a school in his community, right? So the security guard's a good guy and he's got nothing to lose, and he trains a lot of CQB, the whole 9 yards, way above his pay grade. Okay, so he rushes to that school to interdict the active shooting, right? And illegally, he's carrying firearms because, like in California, you're supposed to have that completely stowed away. Okay, he ignores it. He somehow gets on the premises of the school, and a lot of the police officers that arrive on the scene, they don't take initiative because this is a dystopian future where the youth is like very lackadaisical. They wanted an easy job, and they're not really committed, right? They're not engaging. So the security guard somehow finagles his way and bolts through them, and he gets on the scene. And he eventually finds the perpetrator, and he takes the perpetrator out, okay? And the perpetrator belongs to some kind of demographic, like a trans or a certain color that's politically incorrect to incriminate, okay? And the fight scene is all badass and it's all tragic because he tried to save a couple kids and they end up getting shot, okay? And there's one kid who's kind of like partially mentally handicapped. He's like hiding under a desk. Nobody's really noticing him, but he has the cognizance to film what's going on, and he films a security guard doing a good service and doing a duty to preserve life and to interdict a deadly situation. Okay. So the dust settles and the smoke clears and the police come and they arrive on scene, and the security guard has to be detained. Okay, he's armed. They don't know the story. He's innocent. He tried to fight for the kids, and the security guard ends up killing the active shooter that belongs to some kind of demographic that is politically incorrect to demonize. But the security guard is like a right-winged, conservative, light-skinned male, which is an anathema in our modern liberal culture, okay? So news arrives on scene. Nobody knows really what happened, and it seems like some tactical janitor, the school janitor or security guard, did a good thing. Well, turns out this turns into like something very political, and the mayor of the city and some bad guy that's like some politician, they finagle the story, and they try to say that the security guard, the off-duty security guard, was the active shooter because it fits their political narrative. So the security like is demonized by society. He affects the Second Amendment. He catalyzes more gun control underneath this crooked politician, okay? And the mentally handicapped kid, he has footage on his phone that the security guard is totally innocent, but he can't be seen or heard. He tries to upload it to YouTube or to TikTok. It's denied because we live in a dystopia where there's a very liberal presidency, and he fits a good narrative to demonize, white conservative America. So the liberal presidency, the liberal government of this time, uses the security guard as a scapegoat for a political agenda. So the security guard goes to prison, has a hellish life in the prison, right? has to adapt to prison culture. He doesn't have good paperwork, so he has to fight a lot in prison because his own race wants to kill him. Nobody believes he's innocent. So he ends up getting extremely antisocial, and he ends up giving up on his good side. In the distant future, there's some kind of worldwide terrorist attack, calamity, the start of World War III, whatever. So there's a terrorist attack that affects the grid. It affects the electricity of the city. So there's a huge prison riot, okay? So the security guard takes advantage of this and starts to unalive and starts to destroy and starts to fight his way out of there, unaliving crooked correctional officers and stealing their uniform so that he can escape the prison. Then the security guard ends up doing like, I don't know if you guys remember a terrorist named Christopher Dorner. Christopher Dorner was he was a police officer in Southern California that went AWOL and started killing other cops for reasons that he put in a manifesto. So the security guard who has prior military service, he's badass like Rambo. He like hijacks a police vehicle, right? And the world's in the town's in chaos anyways. They're fighting to get their electricity back. Nobody's really getting cell phone service. The sewage, the clean water, everything took a break. Because remember, we live in a liberal dystopia at this time. There was a terrorist attack from like Russia or China or North Korea. And it's greatly affecting the United States, especially in this town. So the security guard runs amok and starts destroying, terrorizing, and avenging himself against 5-0. And he just lives for vengeance and he's on the run. And he's getting away with a lot of shit because the town is already so preoccupied with all the other purging, meaning like the crimes, the riots, the looting that citizens, the bad citizens are perpetrating, because there's no electricity, there's only like backup generators, the world's going in chaos, okay? So, long story short, something like the security guard ends up killing the crooked politicians, yada, yada, yada. And then to save face, to make cops look good, it shows an older generation cop who's really in shape. He hasn't retired, because remember, in this dystopian reality, the youth is going rotten. The youth only cares about TikTok and pornography and partying, so nobody takes their job seriously. It's this older cop all along that suspected that this guy was innocent, and nobody would have listened. And he arrived late on the scene. He would have also interdicted the act of shooting in the beginning of the movie. And the good cop ends up taking the security guard out. Okay, and he was a badass veteran and everything too, right? And it culminates that eventually the world crisis, America gets over it, things start panning out for the better, but people are sick of it, and they actually hire, or they vote, they fight their way that a non-crooked president is elected. So now we have a traditionalist, conservative, pro-Second Amendment, pro-Constitution president in the end of the movie, right? So now social media and free speech is back online, okay? Like now you can't get barred from the internet for uploading things that aren't perpendicular to the liberal agenda. And so that handicapped kid in the beginning of the movie who had footage on his phone, that security guard was actually a hero, right? He's free to upload that to YouTube, and then, or YouTube, TikTok, whatever at the time. So people start catching wind that this crazy maniacal killer guy was actually a good guy in the beginning of it. He was wrongly incarcerated, everything. He was obviously trying to save those kids, but it's too late. So people try to get together to honor this guard, and he doesn't even have a proper burial. They don't really even know where they buried him. They just kind of threw his carcass away. So guy has no friends, no family, was a loner, was a good guy, wrongly accused, a waste of life. So it ends up being a big deal that this security guard off duty utilized the Second Amendment to go save those kids as much as he could. And the movie eventually culminates in a new world happening where people learn their lesson, and that the Constitution prevails, the Second Amendment is back, and the statistics of crime and recidivism goes down because good guys, good citizens are now allowed to be armed. So anyways, that's my idea. Because anyways, I'm making this video for the lottery ticket chance that Sylvester Stallone acts. I'm crazy, guys. I know. I haven't won Powerball yet. It doesn't stop me from trying. I haven't. God hasn't answered my prayers to marry Kelly Bundy, who was my whatever. You get the point. It doesn't stop me from trying. So Mr. Sylvester Stallone, his official channel, he just liked 2 of my comments. I'm very sure that's his channel. And I can't believe, I'm starstruck. If you actually see this, video, I apologize for the long-windedness. If anybody steals my idea, all I care about is if you make $1 million, buy me a fucking big Chevy truck, and I won't tell God to whoop your ass. That's all I ask. So, anyways, about to sign off, upload the video, put his name on there, and then wait for an opportune chance to bother him, which he's gonna probably ignore. Like, who's this scrub trying to bark up my tree and get a free lunch, you know? So I'm gonna try that anyway. That's my idea for a movie, because I understand that Mr. Sly Stallone is making a new Rambo movie. Okay, awesome. I want to see it. I'm totally a Sylvester Stallone fan. I have an idea of a script of what would Rambo do. It doesn't have to be Rambo. It could be somebody other guy, some other name. If he lived in this day and age with all this political incorrectness and on the verge of World War III and how vulnerable we are to get our grid shut down like Y2K, right? From all EMP bombs, electromagnetic pulse weapons that can shut off all the electricity in a town. So that is my idea for a movie. And if you're watching Mr. Sylvester Stallone, I'm totally willing. I can train hard. Like buy me some human growth hormone and some D-ball. I will get buff as hell. I know martial arts. I don't need to be the star. I can just be someone who gets clapped. God bless. Keep on rocking in the free world, guys. Sandra, your comments are very, very welcome. Astro Love says hi. That's a very cool name. And so that is my proposal. That's my idea. Mr. Stickmaster, you must like Cold Steel products. I say hi too. So I'm about to upload this channel. The video's over, guys. I need to organize all the videos I have on my channel. It's very miscellaneous. The coup de grace of my channel is eventually look at the playlists and look for anything that says tactical, survival, bushcraft, you're going to learn something from that. Everything else is very abstract and miscellaneous. And I usually try to go live if I get service, and I try to go hiking in the most dangerous places as possible, which is getting harder and harder because they shut down a lot of access. I'm very political, guys. I used to go to the Santa Ana River a lot as a kid. There's a lot of a lot of it's blocked off, supposedly for wildlife preservation. No, it's not for that. It's because the government doesn't want you to go bow hunting for wild boar, or practice shooting a bow, or teaching your kids how to shoot a bow, or people in the summertime could go. It's dirty water. It didn't stop them. It's like a free beach trip. So there's a lot of access points to the Santa Ana River that are being more and more blocked off. It's not for wildlife preservation. It's not for your safety. It's because the government is not going to make any money, any tax money, if you're not in a designated place to shoot a bow and arrow, or to go bow hunting, right? So that's all it is. Like, I'm always complaining that I basically live in the wild, guys. Okay, I'm crazy. I have a residence. I'm never there. Okay, I live on the road because I'm nomadic. I don't want to be a slave to some fat chick with inevitable divorce, right? I've loved the outdoor, whatever. You get the point. And I can't do a lot of things that I want to do because I live in Southern California. You're not allowed to have certain weapons on you. It makes it more dangerous out there. We're not allowed to make campfires anymore unless you can have a campfire if you go to a designated area with a bunch of loud ass other people with their smelly ass kids and their shitty diapers and their loud ass degenerate noise called music, right? You can go make a campfire there. But if you're like me and you want to go hiking where you could get lost or sprain your ankle and eaten by fucking coyotes, and you want to go out there with just a hunting knife and make a fucking fire and chill, well, that's illegal because some idiot started the Palisades fires and Gavin Newsom didn't have any water to quench that the year 2025. Okay, we're not free, right? I'm gonna more likely make another live video later if I can stay awake. And it's in San Bernardino National Forest. It's in an outdoor shooting range. And you're not allowed to shoot guns there, dude, at a freaking shooting range. Today was drizzly. It was cloudy. It was a little bit of sprinkling rain. And you'll see a sign that says fire hazard high. Whenever there's an active shooting, whenever anybody uses their freedom and commits larceny or something, it's innocent civilians, law-abiding civilians that have to pay. It's not right. It's not right. But what can we do? We can make a movie about it, and that's what this video is about. I'm proposing it. So, anyways, I lost all my viewers as usual. There's one person watching. I appreciate you very much. And Astro Love said hi. I think that's an old message. So yeah, I bet you someone's gonna steal my idea. Okay, but I have the screenshots. I have the date. I came up with it first, and all I'm asking is for that big work truck. See, Mr. Slice Stallone, I'm eventually going to comment on your little page, and we love you, man. I really hope that this video helped. I'm sorry I'm long-winded, okay? And I got nothing better to do. I got like 10 minutes, so I'm going to elaborate some more stuff, like as a kid growing up, like what Sylvester did, right? He chased lives. I would have been some shitbag wearing baggy clothes, thinking that he's like a gangster I would have been lazy as fuck. And Sylvester Stallone Rocky movies was the catalyst to propel me to stop being a fat kid. When I was 11 years old, I seen the movies at 9 years old. Around that time, 9, 10, 11 years old, I couldn't comprehend how people can lift hundreds of pounds, run dozens of miles, and learn how to fight. Okay, I'm nobody, but I can look myself in the mirror, and I did everything. I did to an extent everything I wanted to do as a little kid. I dreamed of being with a beautiful blonde chick. I'm always bragging. I show the screenshots of my ugly face next to some smoking blonde that was way out of my league. I did all that in part of God's grace and having heroes as Sylvester Stallone. Mr. Stallone, you're the closest thing to a father figure many of us older millennials or Gen Xers will ever have. And we really appreciate you, and we hope you live long and have a really healthy life with your family. So, making this video in case you actually see it, because again, guys, anybody joining here, he's actually saw my comments on his official fan page at least twice. And I'm starstruck. It means a lot to me. Okay, so, and again, I admit I'm nuts. I tried to be a pro wrestler. Okay, I tried to be karaoke champion. Okay, I'm the kind of person that if you're like, you need to settle down and find a good woman and get married and go to church, I'll be like, that's like mathematically impossible. But if you told me like, you should win the lottery and become a rock star and a rock star, win the lottery and have a harem of concubines like King Solomon in the Bible, I'd be like, yeah, man, that sounds very feasible. That's really the way, So anyways, Mr. Sylvester Stallone, I was known for selling really well. I did pro wrestling. I mogged on a lot of people. But if I'm not ideal for a movie, I understand. I'm not the most likable person. I have a good idea, and all I ask for is if anybody makes $1 million off this script, please buy me a big Chevy Silverado, and God will bless you even more. That's all I'm asking for. It's a big old Chevy Silverado. Maybe a Dodge Ram will do good too. 1500 is fine. Love you guys. God bless. And thanks for tuning in. Again, I gotta plug my channel, guys. If you are a regular, decent person and you spent all this time in life cultivating a family, holding down a career, most likely you didn't have the time to invest to get as like fit and formidable as me with all this uber machismo, right? So I can help you get up to speed. I'm not trying to be a douchebag. I'm not that. Anybody who spends a lot of time at something they're passionate about is going to get really good at it. And I should have been smarter, and I should have learned, I should have put that same energy toward like auto mechanics or learning how to weld, something that makes money. I didn't do that, but I can help you guys get up to speed if you want to get into martial arts and tactical, because I have a lifetime of knowledge to save you from the broken bones and the wasted energy that I've incurred doing things the wrong way. And I got 0 viewers right now. Like, I'm always saying the same shit over and over. You want to get into survival and prepping, people are going to say, in other channels, the tactical community, they're going to go, oh, you need to get a Sig Sauer, or you need to get a 44 Smith & W. No, you don't. You need to get a Mossberg Maverick 88. It's the most cheapest, reliable shotgun, and it's reliable, guys. and like, oh, you know, I need to stock up on a lot of canned food, and so yeah, MREs is good. You know what you need? You just need to know how to boil water to purify it. Like, you need to know how to use a handkerchief, pour water over the handkerchief into a single wall thermos, so you can boil the thermos. And you need a good survival knife that can chop wood, and the spine of the knife can strike a ferro rod. And you need to buy an Uber Leben ferro rod, because the little shitty ferro rods you're gonna find at Walmart or something, they suck. You will be frustrated, you will start cursing the heavens, and you will die of spending so much energy trying to make a fire. And I can tell you how to make a tunnel fire. Like, you go on other channels, they're gonna go way over your head. Again, they're gonna be like, oh, you need to get this carbine, AR, blah, blah, blah. I'm the guy who's gonna tell you, check in with your state, because your state might not allow that carbine to its fullest capacity. But for now, thank God, Mossberg Maverick 88 is very cheap, very reliable. It's too big to conceal, but it's way more versatile than a Glock. You can go hunting with a Mossberg. You can guard your home with a Mossberg. You can candy stripe the ammo, where it's birdshot or buckshot or all that. I can give you the load at why you don't want to buy mini shells, why you want to stock up on ammo now, because if there's another crisis like COVID or blah, 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 you're going to go to your gun store and all there's going to be left is birdshot and stupid mini shells. If you have only mini shells and you're trying to defend your home and you don't have the adapter, or you don't have a Mossberg 590, which is expensive, you're going to die. And a lot of these other channels, they don't really cover that right away. I will teach you how to get up to speed. That's why I need to be a douche. I have to be a douchebag, and I have to ask you guys to like and subscribe so I can keep going live. Okay, my channel is very rudimentary, but I have no filter. I don't care about being monetized. I say shit the way it fucking is. I don't care. That's the benefit. There needs to be more people like that in the world. And I will relay you to smarter people than me. I love doing it. It's my pleasure. Why not? So I think there's more people commenting, but it's not showing up. So anyways, guys, I really appreciate everything. And that's the video. Mr. Stallone, I hope you really see this video. I'm sorry for the length of it. It's too long. But God bless you and your family. You too, guys. Keep on rocking in the free world. God bless America, and stay alive. Oh, and also, guys, remember, God bless Charlie Kirk and all this political correctness or incorrectness. May God take this country over. But it's all a distraction, because while people are so fixated on this soap opera, right, that we got, and it's important, NATO just declared war on Russia. You guys, that's an existential crisis. So as my viewers, I admonish you, okay? Start stacking your garage with BPA-free Big 06 and 7-gallon jugs of clean water, okay? Get a good survival knife that can strike a ferro rod on the spine. Buy an Uber Leben ferro rod. Get yourself a Mossberg Maverick 88. If you're not allowed to have a firearm for some reason, you want to go medieval. You want to get medieval. Oh, actually, you can still get air rifles. You can even get like air rifles that shoot freaking harpoons, like a crossbow. You can do that. But immediately, if you want to bludgeon, cold steel. Remember cold steel? Cold steel makes some medieval ass shit, like clubs, machetes, katanas, big blades, big tomahawks that I elaborate on my channel, and they're cheap and they're durable. If cold steel existed in medieval times, they would be the equivalent as SpaceX. They're freaking awesome, guys. If you have a little bit more of a budget, a person like me is going to refer you to Tops Knives or SE Knives. Work Tough Gear is the best, but they're always unavailable. And why? Because you could always use a ferro rod. Lighters, you run out of lighter fluid. Zippos, whatever. If it's raining, it's not going to work. An Uberleben ferrocerium rod is going to work, okay? So yeah, you want to follow me for information like that, anything tactical, survival. I'm going to get you up to speed. Now, again, I'm always saying the same things over and over to show you my worth. Okay, guys? You don't have to be a Marine. You don't have to be a martial artist. You don't have to be a Navy SEAL to be a good man or a formidable person or a protector of your family. Okay? All you need to do is be the best you can be. What do I mean by that cliche shit? Okay? If you're a husband, be a good worker. Stay awake. Be attentive to your family. Right? If you're a son or daughter, get good grades, clean your room, and call it God, call it karma, call it nature. Your good reputation will. You don't deserve to be disrespected. You don't need to learn Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Kung Fu or whatever. You just need to have like practicality, guys. Okay, like they have what's called less than lethal pistols. Okay, I'm iffy about those, but for example, like I'm not wearing the certain pants I have here, but this is, you can't see it. This is a Kydex sheath. This is an SE4. An SE6 is even more deadly. Basically, when I'm wearing like jeans or Dickies with paracord, this will be strapped to my side right here, so I can immediately deploy this bad boy. Okay, so this is the camera's mirrored. This is my left hand. Okay, this is like a shield. This is like if a dog tries to bite you. Okay, if a human tries to fuck with you. Okay, and then at the same time, I would have deployed this tomahawk. Okay, I don't need to take the sheath off. It's a tomahawk. So in one motion, right? In one motion, oh shoot, shit got real, right? Boom. Take this thing off. That could go in your pocket. You don't have this big sheath of a knife dangling around. Now you have a tomahawk in this hand. Zoop, that came out of the Kydex. You're like, hey, crackhead, get the fuck away from my wife and kids. Or, good for me. Good for you. And I teach you how to sharpen this shit, man. So anyways, this is an SE4. Okay, it's a really good knife, man, because this finger choil right here, you can shave, you can make spears out of freaking sticks, you can make tinder for fire, and then a guy like me is gonna tell you it's gonna be like this. If there's more of me, knife companies would get their shit together. Because, hey, Essie, you make a damn good product. Why the fuck can't this strike a fucking ferro rod? Why do I have to buy more shit? But here's a ferro rod that's supposed to make a fire, right? It doesn't strike the freaking ferro rod, man. Come on, guys. Come on. Only Work Tough Gear gives us spines of knives that can strike a ferro rod. Tops Knives. Hey, Louis Espinoza. How you doing, boss? How come the Bushwolf is the only knife you have that strikes a freaking ferro rod? What's the idea, Mr. Knife Companies? Are you like, ugh, if we don't make a complete knife, that'll keep them buying more? No, nobody wants to carry a bunch of shit on their person. Make something that does it all, man. EJ Snyder is a badass. He made my favorite Bowie knife, right? Mr. EJ Snyder, you're so badass, but why can't your knife strike a ferro rod? The saw can. I guess the saw back can. So, with ferro rods, guys, you can look, ferrocerium rods, you can look into it. You could strike the ferrocerium rod with the blade part, but then you're gonna not only eat more of the ferrocerium rod, you're gonna fuck up your knife, dude, and it's gonna take longer to sharpen, and it's gonna make you burn more calories. It's gonna make you waste more energy out in the field. Okay, this is a badass tomahawk. Okay, but here, this is plastic. This should be full tang, low power mode. Should be full tang. I don't need this cheesy spike. I don't need this cheesy spike. You know why? Because you could put this, you got a log right here, you put on top of the log, you get another log, you bash the back of it, and you split the log. Okay? I can't split the log now because you gave me a superfluous fucking spike. That's how technical and how tactical I am. I'm like way below my pay grade, guys. If you're interested in this kind of shit, I recommend please like and subscribe so I can keep going live. If you want to learn more about this shit, some of my recent videos, I need to organize it, but my playlists, look for anything that says martial, tactical, survival. Should be 2 or few. There's a lot of shit. I gotta go through it and kind of cut it down and condense it. But if you like this kind of material, if you want to learn about this gravy stuff, then yeah, guys. So la-di-da, whoop-de-doo. God bless. Keep on rocking in the free world, right? Another gripe that I'm not even gonna get into flashlights. I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh yeah, you want this out. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to blind you. Headlamps are extremely fucking important when you're out in the wild. Your headlamp goes out on you, and you might have a flashlight. Good for you, but you know what? Your hands are busy. You're gonna have this flashlight in your mouth, looking like you're gay, trying to freaking chop wood or something, dude. It's gonna be the most uncomfortable shit. So, and then you see this, I'm wearing a visor, I got a hat on, so I got a good light without blinding myself. And then, stainless steel knives. I don't like stainless steel knives. This is high carbon steel. They usually are not stainless. Some high carbon steels, they add more zinc or nickel, whatever, to make it nice and shiny and stainless. You know why you don't really want a stainless steel knife? Because at nighttime, you put your light on, it blinds you. Oh, freaking A. So you're trying to fend off a wild barracuda. You're trying to shave tinder to make a fire in the middle of the night. Now you're going to have cataracts. You can't see. You're going to get a headache. You're probably already dehydrated out there. Now you're going to get a freaking headache. So yeah, guys, anyways, I got to get going. I got to do my rounds. I appreciate your time and patronage, and I have to be a douchebag and ask you to subscribe. I have a very miscellaneous ass channel. You're gonna, what the fuck? This guy's crazy. That's what you're gonna say. I made my own silly radio station full of 80s heavy metal. If you scroll to my very earliest shorts, I got this many subscribers because I had one of the fattest, cutest, and smartest pet cats in the world that's missing. Whoop-de-doo. But anyways, if you find any value in this, it's more likely going to be on the playlist that I have. Anything that says like tactical, martial, survival, right? Bushcraft, right? Something like that. I'm good at teaching people who are very entry level to get them up to respectable speed. Whereas a lot of other channels are already way too advanced. They're way too ahead. They skip the rudimentary elementary part of it, and they're way too like, oh, I like my Sig Sauer and my freaking Ruger, and you don't need any of that. You just need a Mossberg Maverick 88 for home defense. Mossberg Maverick 88 was like $190 10 years ago. It's like $300 now. For its price range, it has been proven it's the most reliable shotgun. You can look up. They shot 500 times in a row. It never jammed. It never failed. The only thing bad happened is the barrel got hot. That's it. So anyways, got to sign off, got to get on the morning. I think I'm going to be going live within 6 hours from now. Right now it's 0500 hours West Coast USA, and it's just going to be having fun out in the San Bernardino National Forest. I never sleep. Planning to go, if God willing, this Monday night, California time. Planning to go hiking, where it's pretty, like, basically it's not the season, but I should be running into a group of coyotes or crackheads. I've been pretty safe out there, actually. I haven't been. It's been pretty uneventful, but basically going out there. My last hiking video was uneventful because I didn't, for some reason, I got no service out there. Last year I got service there. It's at the Santa Ana River. The Santa Ana River around here in wintertime is freaking creepy. I got a lot of good memories there. Anyways, guys, God bless you. Keep on rocking in the free world. I gotta go. Mr. Stallone, I hope you see this video. God bless you and your family, and all you viewers too. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Have a really good day.